Everyone, please stand.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the invocation to be given by Diego Garcia.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Diego Garcia. I am humbled to be greeting you, and am honored to be part of recognizing accomplishments achieved by your children and grandchildren. I'd like a moment to thank my family and peers who are here today and those who couldn't make it as well. I would like to give thanks to the professors who made themselves available and told the truths of our industries. And let us give thanks for the long days and longer nights that God has given us to work hard to improve ourselves, and for the days of rest which all seem to pass so quickly. Let us give thanks for those who have fed us during those days and nights, and let us give thanks for those humble moments where we shared with one another our food, knowledge, and company. Let us give thanks for our homes and classrooms, which we use to study side by side, and for this space we find ourselves in today to celebrate. Take these coming moments to appreciate what we have done as individuals, and take much more of that time to appreciate what has been done as a team, as a community, and as a city. I'd like to point to those participants of the community, such as Larry Hernandez, and an active member of Phoenix's Community Textile Arts, and Kevin Albergard, an alumni at UAT and leader at Borgoi Games. Students turned professionals like these aim to join Arizona's artists, developers, and creative minds to build a more united and diverse world. To expand on this point, choose which community you align with, why that is, and who you could connect with next. Who can you elevate? Who can you take with you on this mountain that continues to grow? Together is the only way to climb higher. Remember, you haven't just built an opportunity for yourself, but for others as well. Thank you.
Everyone, please be seated. Welcome. I'm Robert Walker, Director of Community Initiatives at University of Advancing Technology, and I want to begin by welcoming everyone here at the Scottsdale Theater for Performing Arts, those in the audience, and everyone watching from the live stream on YouTube as well. Today, we are gathered here for one singular, powerful purpose: to celebrate our amazing graduates. Now, at most universities, you hear phrases like one size fits all and traditional experience, but UAT is not most universities. The UAT journey is different. It's personal. It's a path where each student writes their own narrative, one forged not just in lectures and labs, but in late night debates, deep curiosity, uncomfortable challenges, and yes, legendary breakfasts. You're gonna get a glimpse this afternoon as we pull back the curtain just a little into what makes UAT so unique. But make no mistake, it's not just the technology, the innovation, or even the dazzling student projects. What makes UAT different is the culture, the people, the willingness to question, the urge to stretch. Here, it's normal to feel out of place at first, where you're not sure what to say, and somehow you end up connecting with someone who just gets you. Because being uncomfortable is part of growing. And at UAT, growth isn't optional. It's baked into the process. Here, challenging norms is expected. Staying up too late because you're caught in a loop of what if is part of the curriculum. Dreaming not just about your future, but how you might shape the future of the world is a class all on its own. And yes, you're gonna find yourself combining words that aren't just words and making them a thing, or combining attributes of your favorite people and turning them into verbs. And UAT breakfast, that's not just a meal, it's a ritual. Corned beef hash, crispy bacon, scrambled eggs, biscuits and gravy, don't get me started. But it's more than the food, folks. It's the taste of community. Starting the day with purpose and intention. It's the most important meal of the day, not just because of the nutrients, but because of what it represents. That today, like every day, you have the chance to nourish your mind, body, and your creative soul. So graduates, we see you, we celebrate you, we celebrate you. And that is just one of the many words that I will invent as we begin this program. As we begin this ceremony, we honor not just what you've accomplished, but who you've become. Welcome to UAT Commencement. Let me begin by introducing the distinguished individuals joining me on stage today. At the far end, we have UAT's president, Carla Aragon-Joyce. Next, we have our Vice President of Recruitment and Development, Megan Benson. Then President Emeritus, Jason Pastillo. Next, UAT's founder, Dominic Pastillo. Now please welcome our first Honorary Doctorate recipient, Serge Kaminsky. Followed by our second Honorary Doctorate recipient, Kelly Girardi. We are also joined by our Chancellor, Valerie Cimarosa. And last but certainly not least, our Vice President of Student Affairs, Brandy Beals. Now, also joining us on the stage are some familiar faces for our graduates, the faculty. Faculty at UAT aren't just professors. They're mentors, not just teaching you concepts, but giving you the tips and tricks needed to succeed in your respective industries. They're your cheerleaders, whether you're up or whether you're down. They're your coaches who give you that extra motivation to keep going and persevering. They're also the team's notification on your phone or laptop responding to you, not out of obligation, but because they care. These individuals represent our brightest minds, infused with traditional academia and real-world experience. And I will speak on their behalf and tell you, graduates, they will miss you dearly. I will speak on their behalf again and also state that they are concurrently excited for the bright, glorious futures that await you each. And in the vein of innovation, which is a cornerstone of UAT, I will invent a few other words today. They will miss you. They're excited. The new word for that is miscited or excite missing. We'll figure out the exact details. In the meantime, our faculty have a special message for the graduating class.
Congratulations to the class of 2025. I'm so proud of all the hard work and amazing projects you are all walking out of here with. Now hurry up and get out there and make some cool tech and video games for me to play with. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2025. Now go out and conquer the world like Trey.
Congratulations, you're graduating. So exciting. I just want to take a quick second here to tell you, don't ever lose the curiosity. Keep learning, keep pushing forward. But every once in a while, take a second, look back, say hey to us, let us know how you're doing.
Hello, class of 2025. Professor Ray Crusoe here. I am so proud of you and all you have accomplished, and I wish you all the best in this next chapter. I hope you have much success in whatever you do next. Again, congratulations.
To our UAT graduates, congratulations. I'm very proud of your hard work and dedication that brought you to this moment. It's an achievement that was made possible through a culmination of sacrifices, big and small.
My cyber ninjas. Remember that first time you captured a flag or finished a packet tracer assignment? Those sparks of discovery fueled your transformation from curious learner to cyber warrior, ready to safeguard hospitals, spacecraft, startups, and whatever needs protecting next. To the class of 2025, always be hungry to learn more and be more. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you have accomplished something many people dream about, but few achieve. You have graduated, and you are ready to compete professionally in your desired field. Congratulations on your graduation.
Congratulations on achieving your academic goals. It's been an absolute pleasure seeing you evolve in the world of technology.
Dr. Jill Coddington here, wishing you congratulations on graduation. Such a major accomplishment. You have every right to be proud. Now it's time to look up, press forward, and make your own tomorrow.
Congratulations, class of 2025. I wish you all the best out there in the world. You are going to be impossible to replace.
Congratulations, class of 2025. There are so many of you that I am so proud of, and I can't wait to see what you go out and do. Remember that if you get a little overwhelmed, just take a deep breath, do the thing that's in front of you, and you're going to be great. Congratulations again.
Hello, I'm Professor Habib. Congratulations on your graduation, and I can't wait to see what you're going to do in your future. Good luck.
Congratulations to the class of 2025.
Hi, this is Professor Prater coming to you from the robotics lab here at UAT. We've spent several years together, and I've seen you grow and learn and become a professional. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to do in the future. So enjoy your day. Look back at the things you've done so far, and then look forward to the things you're going to do. Have a great time. Thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of your life.
Congratulations, graduates. You know, they say there are three kinds of people in this world: those who can count and those who can't. You know, I can't resist a math joke, but really there are three kinds of people in this world: those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who wonder what happened. And I know that you are going to be the first kind of people with the skills that you've learned here at UAT and with the motivation that's gotten you here to this stage today to graduate. I have no doubt that you are going to be people who make things happen. So I can't wait to see what those things are and hear all about it. We'll miss you. Good luck. Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. Let it all sink in. This is a momentous moment in your lives, so enjoy it for the moment and then do something with it and get a job.
Hello everyone, I'm Professor Valenzuela. Congratulations UAT graduates. I'm so proud of the work that you did on SIP, and now go show the world what you did here at UAT.
Hello there. I wanted to take a quick break from battling the Sith Empire to say a few words on this momentous day. As I look out at the graduates assembled here today, I am filled with pride to be here to celebrate your accomplishment.
You're truly gifted.
Each of you have taken your first steps on the road that will lead you to many future successes through difficult and trying circumstances.
An impressive accomplishment. That was amazing.
It has been my honor and privilege being a part of your education journey.
Many thanks. May the Force be with you.
At UAT, there is no such thing as ordinary. You're digital pioneers, builders, creators, artists, hackers, the ethical kind. You fought your way through thousands of lines of code, animating characters, Kali Linux commands, making and fabricating, and finals in some courses that are comparable to final projects elsewhere. And still, you made it. You beat the final boss. You leveled up. You've won competitions in cyber defense, robotics, participated in game jams that launched games and apps that made us gasp, laugh, and 3D printed so many things that we will all never forget the smell of plastic resin. All jokes aside, you built things no one else dared try. And sometimes you broke things, but you rebuilt them better. You haven't just studied here. You've lived here. You've created. You pushed boundaries. You've burned the midnight oil and then refilled it with coffee or soda or a combination that we call Coda. That's Coca-Cola and coffee. That's the essence of UAT. This place isn't about memorizing facts it's about making the future up as you go and making it better. It's a place where weird is wonderful, curiosity is currency, and your tribe is just a Friday Nerf Wars or Geek Road meeting away. You are stepping into a world that desperately needs creators, innovators, and ethical disruptors. Take everything that you've learned here, the chaos of your first year's Provost Challenge, and the finely tuned details of your Student Innovation Project. You're not just ready for the future, you're ready for anything. And so for the first of many, congratulations, graduates. And now I'd like to call forward Brandy Beals to introduce our valedictorian.
Thank you, Robert. It's an honor to be standing here today to introduce UAT's Class of 2025 Valedictorian. Traditionally, a valedictorian is a 4.0 student with a long list of accomplishments. As you can imagine, at UAT, that's no different. But we tend to have more of these students than we do awards. So we look to our faculty to help us select a valedictorian, choose someone who serves as a mentor, a community leader, a visionary, and someone who truly embodies everything that UAT stands for. Today, we honor a student who exemplifies the very essence of excellence, dedication, community, and innovation. At UAT, we are dedicated to educating students who not only master technology, but also apply it with integrity, creativity, and purpose to serve and shape the world around them. Graduating with 3 degrees, this student has earned our highest academic honor through his diligence, humility, and leadership. He approaches his work and his life with thoughtful intensity and a relentless sense of curiosity. Whether configuring a security system or debating protocol analysis with classmates, this student, like so many here today, doesn't just want the answer, he wants to understand why it works and how it can be improved. His commitment to civic engagement is equally remarkable. He views cybersecurity not just as a career, but as a responsibility to protect, strengthen communities, and ensure that technology serves the common good. The Cyber Ninja team wouldn't be what it is today without his commitment to excellence and learning. He is the first to volunteer to attend conferences, participate in events, or pick competitions for the Cyber Ninjas to compete in. He even helped to organize taking UAT to another college campus for the Threat Intelligence Support Unit program through the Arizona Cyber Threat Response Alliance, where students earned a certificate at the end of a 6-week program. This student isn't just code and command lines. When he's not mentoring fellow students or preparing for cyber competitions, you might find him walking under the stars, headphones in, listening to music, and reflecting. And if you happen to have spotted him on campus recently with a bundle of suspiciously ripe bananas, It wasn't a coding experiment. He was preparing for a bake-off. We didn't even know he could bake until he started asking how to make banana bread. Our 2025 valedictorian is thoughtful, collaborative, and quietly confident, the kind of student every educator hopes to teach. Behind this humble leader stands a family that has cheered him on every step of the way. Proud parents who also serve as his biggest fans, and a younger sister who keeps him confident, grounded, and perhaps a little humble. To Ozzy's family, thank you for sharing him with us. He is not only an outstanding representative of the class of 2025, he is a living example of what UAT has to offer: integrity, intellect, innovation, and a generous spirit. Please join me in congratulating the class of 2025 valedictorian, Mr. Ozzy James.
Good afternoon, fellow tech ninjas, distinguished faculty, supportive families, and friends. I stand before you today, not just as a graduate with 3 bachelor's degrees in network security, network engineering, and AI, but as someone who at the start of this journey thought packet sniffing had something to do with dogs and UPS. My journey at UAT began with a simple passion. I wanted to be the person that makes a hacker say, well, that was inconvenient. Little did I know, I'd soon be filming Mars in a dinosaur costume chasing Caleb across campus in the rain. The chase ended up with both of them sliding through the grass. The presentation eventually completed. The memory permanently locked in my mental hard drive with no encryption key to delete it. That's the thing about UAT. You come for the technical skills, but you stay for the dinosaur chases. My real home on campus became the Security Operations Center with the Cyber Ninjas team. We even considered adding pull-out beds for the Cyber Ninjas to sleep in. We trained through National Cyber League competitions and Try-Hack Me modules, turning caffeine into code and curiosity into competence. But some of my fondest memories weren't from the competitions or from the classrooms. They were from those late night runs at Sonic, where we'd solve cybersecurity challenges over Sonic Blasts and tater tots. Or the Thanksgiving at Dr. B's house, where we'd gather as a team, trading stories over turkey and pie. Or the 4th of July, where some of us went to In-N-Out, wearing really silly hats. Between bites of double doubles and animal fries, we discussed the work that we did that week. Only at UAT could holiday celebrations include both silly hats and serious conversations about network protocol analysis and homework. The mentorship from subject matter experts like Brian B. Cody, Aaron Rodriguez, and Sarah Bunce transformed me into someone who barely knew anything about cybersecurity to someone leading the National Cyber League in multiple competitions. Their doors were always open, especially when one of us accidentally locked ourselves out of a system that we were supposed to be securing in the first place. Fellow graduates, as we prepare to enter the workforce, with some of us already gaining internship experience, I want to share what UAT really taught us, beyond the technical skills, and something that's reinforced by Scripture. Ecclesiastes reminds us that despite all of our labor under the sun, in the end, what truly matters isn't the number of CTFs that we've won, or the amount of lines of code that we've compiled. The wisest among us learn to find the joy in the work itself, and in the community surrounding us. We've stressed over deadlines, pulled all-nighters, and configured more firewalls than you can count. But when we look back years from now, it won't be the assignments that we remember. It will be the laughter at Sonic, the Thanksgiving at Dr. B's, and yes, even the dinosaur chases in the rain. To the amazing UAT faculty who push us beyond our comfortable boundaries, thank you for seeing our potential when we couldn't even see past our terminal screens. And to our families who supported us when we came home talking about things like buffer overflows and SQL injections, as if these were normal dinner conversations. Your patience and support made this possible. And to God, who gave me the strength when deadlines loomed and my code couldn't compile. Thank you for the reminder that life's purpose extends beyond achievements and into the joy that we bring others. As we step into the digital shadows of our professional lives, remember this: secure your systems, but don't forget to secure your joy. Work diligently, but don't let your work consume you. The Bible tells us that there is a time for everything: a time to code and time to close the laptop, a time for pen testing and time for simply being present. Congratulations, class of 2025. May your firewalls be strong, your passwords complex, and your lives filled with both purpose and play. Thank you.
Honoring greatness isn't just about recognition. It's about setting a standard. It's about celebrating the people who don't just pass through an institution, but fundamentally change and shape its identity. That's exactly what the Lifetime Impact Award represents. This award isn't just about achievement, it's about legacy. It's about individuals who have made substantial long-term contributions to UAT's community, its growth, and its reputation. Last year, we set a precedent. We created this award to say thank you, not just with words, but with something tangible. An honor that captures the deep appreciation we feel for those who have poured themselves into this institution. Now, in its second year, this tradition continues because UAT is more than a university. It's a community, a movement, a family. And the strength of any family comes from those who go beyond the job description, who lead not for recognition, but because they believe in what we do. The Lifetime Impact Award exists because people like that exist. That brings us to this year's recipient. If you've ever been around or part of UAT, if you've walked these halls or experienced our community, or seen firsthand what true leadership looks like, you already know his name. Jason Pastillo's legacy isn't just written in policies or programs. It's woven into the very DNA of this university. Under his leadership, UAT didn't just grow, it evolved. His vision ensured that we stayed at the cutting edge, not just keeping pace with the tech world, but often setting the standard. Just a few highlights of his impact. Before cybersecurity was even a household word, Jason was laying the foundation. He foresaw the digital battlefield before most of the world caught up. And he made sure UAT students were ready for it. New degrees were launched, not just because they were trendy, but because they were necessary. Jason didn't follow the wave, he created the wave. But his legacy isn't just in innovation, it's in community. Jason understood that building a university isn't just about programs, it's about people. Whether it's students, faculty, alumni, or industry partners, Jason built a culture, one where everyone lifts, everyone leads, and no one is left behind. This award honors a visionary who shaped the future before anyone else could even see it, and made sure we'd all have a place in it. To truly do Jason's legacy justice, there's only one person who can speak to this moment with the depth it deserves. Someone who understands not just what Jason has done, but the heart behind it. It is my honor to welcome a man whose own contributions shaped UAT from its very beginning. Founder of the University of Advancing Technology, please join me in welcoming Dr. Dominic Pastillo.
Thank you, Robert. And thank you for this opportunity to present an award to an individual, a gentleman who is truly deserving not only of our deep appreciation, but our profound respect. President Emeritus of the University of Advancing Technology, Jason D. Pastillo. Few know that Jason was contributing to UAT's legacy during its very first inception in 1983, while he helped me build, his father, build computers for UAT's very first computer lab. And he was only 8 years old. Decades later, well, not decades, but a little over a decade later, Jason was asked to come back to UAT as a accomplished and learned expert in computer programming and network technology to set up, design the infrastructure for the network topology at the university. And back then it was 400 computers, all Ethernet wired. Put that into perspective. Probably never heard of that, right? Wires. He has also been the leader and the initiator in most cases of every technical innovation that has occurred at the University of Advancing Technology over its past very amazing 42 years now. But to label Jason simply as a technologist is to really ignore his greatest gift. He is a visionary leader and a trailblazer for advancing the higher education community. He is an example for both national and international leaders in higher education. Among his multitude of achievements and accolades, he was the president of the Arizona Post-Secondary Education Board. He was a member of the Arizona Business Leaders Association, a member of the Young Presidents Organization, and also in the very elite Phoenix 40 Under 40. Today, he is revered and respected by the foremost leaders in higher education, government, and the national political and business and industry leaders alike. Today, we'd like to offer our most sincere thank you to Jason for his vision, his steadfast leadership, his self-sacrifice, and his countless contributions to one of the greatest private universities in the world today. It's my great honor to be able to present this award to Jason Pastillo, President Emeritus, University of Advancing Technology. Congratulazione, ti amo, figlio mio.
Thank you, Pops. Thank you for this recognition. This has been my life's work, and standing here today, I'm not just reflecting on the years I spent at UAT, which is 31. I'm reminded of what I love about our university as well. These are some of the smartest individuals I could ever be around. People who are brilliant, fast, but in a laid-back way, and incredibly fun to be around. This is our tribe. I'm perpetually proud every semester of the learning, growth, and accomplishments, not just of our students, but of the staff and faculty as well, because in order to keep up, they too have to push to grow and expand. I'm grateful for the opportunity to lead this group for the last 3 decades. I beam with pride that the alumni are changing our future. I'm beyond excited to watch the school continue to aggressively be a role model for the future of higher education. And with far more real tech world experiences involved in the curriculum every day. To see our alumni blaze their own trails and make their own innovations, their own futures. I hope for all of you that you find your life's work as well. And we're proud of the changes that you'll make for the world. Congratulations to our graduates. I look forward to seeing the differences you'll make in this world. And thank you to the UAT family. I've loved being a part of the chapter in UAT's ongoing story. Thank you.
Every year, UAT recognizes people in the community who are out there paving the path for you graduates and for those who will come after you. These are not individuals who just work on technology solutions for today's problems. They're working for the betterment of our tomorrow. This year, we are honoring 2 individuals who are working for the future of our planet and for the future of what's beyond it. First, I'm thrilled to introduce a visionary who is redefining sustainability, Serge Kaminsky. Serge is the founder of Sorbiforce, an American environmental technology startup that's creating the world's first negative waste, carbon-based solar energy batteries made entirely from agricultural waste, discarded salt from desalination facilities, and water. He hails from Ukraine and was drawn to Arizona to start Sorbiforce after reading that Yuma, a town about 3 hours south of here, is the sunniest place in the world, making it the perfect location to continue to develop, test, and grow the capacities of his batteries. Serge came to the United States on an O1 visa, and I mention that specifically because O1 visas are very special. Directly from the US Department of Homeland Security website, O1 visas are, quote, for individuals who possess extraordinary ability. That's something to call your mom about. An innovator and inventor all his life, Serge belonged to the Innovators Union of the Soviet Union and has been a long-time investor in and creator of technology. He created the only research group in Ukraine supported by the Nobel Foundation. That group is the group that began researching Sorbiforce batteries he is now known in the US for. As I talked with Serge, it became apparent to me that his journey has been about rewriting the rules. He believes that true success isn't found in fitting neatly into corporate and societal norms, but in solving big problems and leaving a meaningful mark on the world. He told me he always advises students and young researchers to immerse themselves in what is so that they can imagine what could be. For his contributions to sustainability, green technology, and the spirit of entrepreneurship, please join me in welcoming Serge Kaminsky.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's a great honor for me, for my team, for my family. It's a great opportunity to be here with this great community. And it's a great energy. And I'd like to talk about energy. And we are surrounded by energy. Actually, an ocean of energy. We ourselves are energy. And in fact, humans are very much like both energy generators and batteries. We are complex bioelectrochemical systems. Every thought we think, every event around us, every word spoken by others changes the chemical balance in our blood. A cascade of hormones is released, influencing our entire being. Our blood is ferromagnetic, meaning its electrochemical state influences our electromagnetic field. And this electromagnetic field, in turn, affects every molecule in our body. All these interactions create different patterns in our physical and emotional state. What exactly is inspiration? What is happiness? What is sadness? What is love? These are not just abstract ideas from romantic books. They are real physical, electrochemical, biological processes. And maybe even more that we don't yet understand. Just like any system influenced by others, we are constantly affected. Are we programmable? Yes, of course. The idea that we are programmable might feel uncomfortable at first. But I see a great opportunity here, the chance to program ourselves exactly how we want, exactly what we aim for. And I'm not a doctor in medicine or biologist. I'm an engineer. I'm a technologist. I'm a founder of a deep tech scientific startup that develops a new type of batteries. These batteries contain no metals, no harmful elements. They are made from renewable materials, mainly agricultural waste, sourced locally everywhere in the United States and everywhere at the planet, without harmful mining. Like the advanced systems we build, I also need to stay balanced and energized personally. I charge myself through achievements. Sometimes I feel like a drained battery after failures, and I recharge again when I feel the support and inspiration from my loved ones. In many ways, I am very much like a battery. We know very little about human potential. Work on your energy, work your own energy. Find your sources of your inspiration and your energy and love. I'm a physicist. I'm not a poet. My words might not sound like romantic, but they offer a different view, a practical look at the opportunities available to all of us. Any goals is achievable. Just set your clearly goal in your mind, fuel yourself with the right energy, and you will be there, for sure. Congratulations, guys. Thank you very much.
Next, it is my honor to introduce a woman whose relentless pursuit of growth and exploration has taken her beyond the bounds of this planet, whose dedication to bioastronautics has inspired millions around the world and has led to first-of-its-kind spaceflight research. Kelly Girardi has always had one North Star. Growing up in Jupiter, Florida, Kelly has always had front-row seats to the final frontier, and it has long been her mission to open the doors to space to the next generation. She's a multi-mission astronaut who became the 90th woman in space and one of the world's first, yeah, there you go. Take that. And one of the world's first payload specialists to fly on a commercial spacecraft. Kelly served as a payload specialist on the Galactic 05 research mission with Virgin Galactic in 2023, during which she operated biomedical and thermodynamic fluids experiments in space on behalf of the International Institute for Astronautical Sciences, where she serves as the director of human spaceflight and a test flight director. I'd like to note that thermodynamic fluid experiment in particular, as it has been decades in the making. Data issues compromised analysis after a space shuttle flight, and another version of the payload was lost in a rocket explosion en route to the space station, before Kelly carried it to space herself years later, finally successfully executing the testing. You want something done? Right, you can do it yourself. During that space flight, she also conducted biomedical experiments designed to evaluate the impact of space on the human body, as well as the effects of spaceflight and insulin resistance. This was one of the first times a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, was worn in space. Seeing a CGM in space inspired a lot of people on Earth. For decades, doctors have reassured children diagnosed with type 1 diabetes by joking that they could lead a normal life and do anything except become an astronaut. Kelly is working to ensure that there's no limit for these young people. Next year, Kelly will lead a follow-up mission to advance the scientific knowledge gained from the first flight and introduce novel biomedic research alongside her international science team. Here on Earth, Kelly has tested and matured technologies across more than 150 parabolas in microgravity research flight campaigns with MIT, the National Research Council of Canada, and the Canadian Space Agency. As a researcher, astronaut, mother, and author, Kelly has mastered the use of social media to share her authentic self with her audience, expand her impact, and make the importance of space exploration visible, relatable, exciting, and more accessible to the next generation. She's a daily source of inspiration to millions, and USA Today called her a woman of many successful missions when they named her a 2025 Woman of the Year. Kelly Girardi embodies what it means to push boundaries, not just for herself, but for all of humanity. For her extraordinary contributions to space exploration, scientific discovery, and commitment to the human race, please join me in welcoming Kelly Girardi.
Thank you so much. It's such a tremendous honor to be able to join the UAT community, and I'm so grateful for the recognition. And I'll be brief. I know that we want to get to so many celebrations today, but I wanted to mention that my path to space was unconventional, which is to say the path did not exist. Of course, NASA existed if you wanted to work for the government, and space tourism was beginning to exist if you were incredibly wealthy. But it did not yet exist as an option for a civilian researcher to be sent to space on a science mission on a commercial spacecraft until my research institute sent me. And it was just as monumental as an opportunity as it sounds. As Valerie mentioned, when I flew as a payload specialist on the Galactic 5 research mission in 23, I became the 677th human and the 90th woman in history to have the opportunity to leave our planet. It was extraordinary. But for me, flying to space always felt like a when and not an if, and I realized that I had been laying the foundation for that brick by brick for the past decade before my flight, before I even know where that path might lead. And I want to be clear about my mindset with a big dream like flying to space. It was never, oh, of course I'll make it, I deserve it, it deserves to be me. But it was the quiet confidence of, if I work hard enough for long enough, why not me? And that mindset, that combination of humility and confidence can carry you so far. My job in space was to operate research. I was there for the science, for the data. I felt incredibly well prepared after a decade working here on Earth in microgravity. The minute that I got to space, I realized that nothing could have prepared me for the emotional aspect of seeing our planet with my own eyes. We've all seen pictures of the Earth from space, but for me, the difference was experiencing Earth as a planet, and this cognitive dissonance of feeling both a part of it and being slightly outside of it, looking down and knowing that every single human being who has ever lived, past and present, is encompassed in that beautiful blue marble. And then as a mother, my beautiful Delta right over there, realizing in that moment I wasn't on the same planet as my baby. That was just intensely emotional and beautiful in the human side of human spaceflight. I think I'm still processing it. But the most surreal feeling of all is to be able to be on a stage like this and knowing that I'm standing on the other side of a lifelong dream. Because it's so easy to believe that success just falls on extraordinary people, but the reality is that ordinary people are capable of making themselves, ordinary people make themselves capable of extraordinary things. And it's that mindset, that combination of humility and confidence sustained over time that can carry you there. It's the difference of hearing, it can't be done that way, and mentally translating, it hasn't been done that way yet. Or seeing new opportunities and new paths instead of seeing brick walls. And it's the difference of being able to power through decades where it feels like nothing happens and earning those moments where it feels like decades happen. Knowing what you've already accomplished today, knowing what you're all capable of, you owe it to yourselves to leave your graduation today in why not me mode. Ready to make bold bets on yourself, ready to know that not even the sky is the limit on your dream, reach for higher stars, and ready to pave some new paths from brick walls. Thank you so much for welcoming me into your community. It's an immense honor. Thank you. Thank you. Let me put this down for a second.
Okay, so remember I told you all that Kelly has mastered social media. So we're gonna take a quick video, naturally. She has 1.5 million Instagram followers. So this is your moment. Do it for the gram. Everybody, on a count of 3, on a count of 3, just show the world how proud you are of yourselves today. 3, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon. My name is Dapsri Valenzuela, and I'm the Curriculum Integrity and Senior Professor at UAT. I'd like to start by asking you a question. What did you complain about today? What do you wish was better, faster, less expensive, or more efficient? What change do you hope to see in the world? These are some of the questions that I ask my students when I first introduced them to the Student Innovation Project, otherwise known as SIP. At UAT, every student embarks on a journey that requires them to innovate. Blazing this path is hard. It requires your sons and daughters to think critically about the world and how they see their part in it. SIP is filled with challenges and obstacles at every corner. SIP requires students to do something they've never done before, embrace the unknown. And from that space, to innovate. But despite their anxiousness and at times fear, they remained curious and they forged ahead. They begin by brainstorming a tech-based product or service that doesn't exist. They were given strategies, methods, and systems to help them ideate. They thought of ways to educate, entertain, and connect with people. They researched related works to see if they had any competition. Then, they pitched their ideas to their professors, the subject matter experts you see before you. They are industry professionals, thought leaders, and lifelong learners in their field. All of our faculty, including our general education team, are the ones who guide your children. They take them from feeling lost to finding their way. Upon approval of their idea, students begin executing a prototype that demonstrates their innovation. This takes days, weeks, months, and in some instances, years to complete. Their destination? To present at the Student Innovation Project Showcase, a celebratory event. We provide a platform for your student to shine. Each of them stands proud, although a bit nervous, in front of a large audience like this to share the culmination of their hard work. It is an experience that encourages them to change, adapt, and grow into a better version of themselves. As one UAT student shared with me, and I quote, "I find myself becoming more affected by the professors and students that I met who have helped to shape me into the man I am today. And for that, I am eternally grateful." Your graduates didn't just complain. They found a solution to a problem. They took the skills they learned during their academic studies at UAT and figured it out. They became innovators. Today, the graduating class of 2025 is earning their degree, a key to a future full of opportunities to make a world a little better than it is today. Because in changing times, innovation is a necessity, not a luxury. I'd like to introduce you to two students who will share their SIP projects with you. First is business technology student Shannon Richardson with Doggo McPupperson's Dog Spa.
It is said that necessity is the mother of invention. Since my first day at UAT, I've known that I would need a SIP project, but the real question was what? I'm a natural process improver. I notice inefficiencies and liabilities, tend to overthink, and I ask the question, why hasn't anyone fixed this yet? I wasn't chasing a check mark for school. I was hunting for a solution in a problem that no one else was solving. Then life being life answered unexpectedly. After my mother passed away suddenly, I found myself spending more time with my sister. And one day, I looked at her and I said, what if there was a spot where dog owners could handle bath time themselves and on their own terms? Since she wasn't a fan of that herself, she did recommend a place that she took her dog Freddie B and that they had options. It was one of those self-service dog washing stations in the back of a pet store. Minimal amenities, zero privacy. Frustrated, I thought, why does washing your dog feel outdated and a punishment for everyone involved? We have smart vacuums, self-cleaning toilets, even robot bartenders, but dog baths? So, back home with my 139-pound tank of a German Shepherd named Rommel, I started researching, and honestly, the more I found, the worse it got. There was this back alley feel, first come, first serve chaos, anxiety, a furry mess. It's all just a liability waiting to happen. Then one day, I was sitting in a touchless car wash of all places, looking up through the moonroof at the soap swirling above, and it came to me. Parents enjoy washing their doggos, but what they don't like is the post-tornado bath. That was when Doggo McPupperson's was born. It's a self-cleaning, app-enabled dog wash station built for apartment living. Think car wash meets day spa for dogs. Users can schedule through the app, unlock the unit, wash their doggo and leave. No fur in your tub, no soggy towels, no judgmental side eyes from your dog. The station also sanitizes itself after every use. A minimal viable product was created, ROI models were run. Retrofits could see returns in as little as 14 months, while new builds are closer to 2 years. We're exploring subscription options and future plans of expansion in city dog parks. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Innovation doesn't always arrive with fanfare. Sometimes it shows up in grief, sometimes in a sisterly conversation, and sometimes while staring up at soap bubbles through your moonroof. It doesn't always start with a plan, but it begins with a question and a need. A question that asks, hey, what if? Doggo McPupperson's was not crafted in a conference room. It was born from love, frustration, and the drive to turn a DIY hassle into an innovative solution. So if you're still waiting for your big idea, stay open, stay curious, and ask questions. Ultimately, it is true. Necessity is the mother of invention. But invention doesn't start with the answer, it starts with the question. The kind you ask when you're wired to fix things, when inefficiency nags at you, and when good enough just isn't.
Next, I'd like to introduce digital maker and fabrication and advertising art major, Larry Hernandez Iriarte with Fair Game.
Dios mío. Buenas tardes, good afternoon, faculty, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. I'm honored to stand before you today as a SIP recipient of class of 2025. When I created my project Fair Game, I was chasing an idea inspired by the late Virgil Abloh, who was an advocate for the youth and for those who don't have access to start their career. The goal of this project was to bring friends together to work on something that Virgil left behind, to continue his legacy. Fair Game is a creative studio that invented a new genre of clothing that I call scholar garments. These garments hold information in a library that we call a repository. In this repository, you'll find details on the garment's design, step-by-step creation guides, edible files, tech pack to send to manufacturers. So if someone wants to start their own career, they'll be able to. But not only does this help a young entrepreneur start their own clothing line, it also challenges the fast fashion model. Fast fashion is the #1 pollutant in the world, and we created something to challenge that narrative. But this didn't happen overnight. What began as notes in my journal has grown fully into a fully working project that I hope one day can change lives. And this wasn't a solo effort, no. This was a team effort. I presented the idea in production studio hoping to find just one classmate, since I know fashion or my style isn't everybody's cup of tea. But it could have been because I had game in the title. But to my surprise, I had people joining the team wanting to learn and try something different. And the first production studio session was a blast. I got to learn how to work as a team, made friends, and that first semester we got to actually launch Fair Game. I kept pitching the idea to production studio, and each semester I got to meet new people, saw a new perspective, and learn from one another. This made me grow from my time in UAT. I believe this is what I enjoyed most about attending UAT for the past 3.5 years of my life, was that everybody was eager to help each other up, pick each other up, and send love when needed. Whenever I needed help, whenever it was on a project or personal things, never my classmates hesitated to say, what can I do to help, or can I help you with something? Currently, in our country, I don't see that spirit as much as we should. We're seeing more hatred, and we're seeing more divisions than ever before. And I think we owe it to one another to look to our left and look to our right, that at the end of the day, we're all humans. We should look forward to meeting the new person. We should hear their perspective so we can grow, make them grow, and make everybody grow. We have to respect one another because that's how we gain everybody's trust. And I don't know if it's the orange man or the Doge man dividing the country, but us as humans, we should always respect each other, love each other, push each other to be great, because that is the American way. Peace and love, everybody. Ringo Starr.
Dr. Joe Dispenza says you can only create from the unknown. So thank you, students, for taking on the challenge. Thank you to every professor for all of your hard work and diligence. And now I will introduce the inductees for the Alpha Beta Kappa. The following students have met the requirements set forth by the Alpha Beta Kappa and the university. If you are a member of the Alpha Beta Kappa Honor Society, please stand so that you can be acknowledged for your hard work. Thank you. Please be seated. Now, join me in welcoming Dr. Daniel Pike, our very own Knight in Shining Honors, to the stage.
Thank you, Professor Valenzuela. At this time, we honor our cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude graduates. Students wearing white honor cords, please rise and remain standing to be acknowledged. You have earned the designation of cum laude with a cumulative grade point average between 3.5 and 3.74. Your hard work and dedication have brought you here, and we celebrate your achievement. Next, students wearing silver honor cords, please rise and join those already standing. You have earned the distinction of magna cum laude with a GPA between 3.75 and 3.89. Your commitment to excellence sets a powerful example. And finally, those of you wearing gold honor cords, please stand. You are our summa cum laude graduates, those who have reached the highest academic distinction with a GPA between 3.9 and 4.0. You've set the bar and we applaud your brilliance. Please join me again in a well-deserved round of applause for all of our honors graduates. Thank you for all your hard work and excellence. You may now be seated. But there's more. Okay, at this time we recognize the class of 2025 Honors Program graduates. The Honors Program at UAT is invitational. Honors students are recognized as exceptional from the moment they begin their journey with us, completing specialized coursework that challenges them, sharpens their thinking, drives them to create novel solutions, and aids their development as leaders. Honors Program graduates are visible by their black stools with red piping. Honors Program graduates, please stand. Coming to UAT meant leaving behind part of your life to fulfill personal goals. You've achieved that and more. As you move forward to your next ventures, here are some impressions you made while creating a lasting legacy here. Ozzy, as a triple major, a leader on campus with Cyber Ninjas, and our valedictorian, you've set a high bar for many years to come. Dylan Maxwell, with your courteous demeanor and sense of gratitude, you exemplify honor in all your interactions with others. Lucy, through your courage and tenacity, you've demonstrated that persistence is often the key to greatness. Melanie, you've been repeatedly described as a shining presence in the classroom and in your interactions on campus. May your beacon stay bright. Michelle, your creative work is a joy to read, and you've been dubbed a master of the elusive skill of self-reflection. Cultivate that rare gift. Shannon, you are full of wit, wisdom, and insights, and as a full-time student, entrepreneur, and loving parent, you are an inspiration to us all. Adam, your work on the Rolo project and willingness to showcase our resident robot to visitors embodied UAT's potential to promising new students. We cannot thank you enough. Dylan Muttersbach, as another triple major and now a candidate for graduate study, you've set a wonderful example of how to make the most of your education. And finally, Curran, your hard work and responsiveness to feedback, another rare gift, has been and certainly will continue to be the hallmark of your success. On behalf of everyone who taught and mentored you, it has been our privilege to watch you grow and develop into the best of us. Please join me in recognizing these remarkable students. Graduates, you may be seated.
Now that the speeches are done, it's time to recognize UAT's proven innovators. Graduates, please stand and allow the ushers to guide you to the stage. Now, we've heard the traditional components anyone would expect to hear during commencement speeches: resilience, growth, innovation, and the journey ahead. But let's be honest, this is UAT, and we don't do traditional very well. We do ethical hacking, JavaScript, 3D printing, AI, game jams, robots, and the occasional drone flyby. So while the graduates make their way to the stage, let me give you a traditional day of a UAT student. Our days are powered by caffeine, curiosity, and just enough chaos to keep the responsible adults on campus on high alert. To clarify, the chaos is legal and it's ethical, just maybe not normal for a college campus. The day usually starts around 10 a.m. Unless there's a project due, then it started 10 p.m. the night before and doesn't actually end until the project is completed. And yes, Students may skip class to play video games, but I personally like to think that they're researching interactive immersion. There's no alarm clocks. Students wake up to the sound of the cooling fan failing on their custom-built PC and the faint smell of something burning. Students don't get lost between the dorms and their classes because they took the time to debug their pathfinding algorithms. Students work independently, but most often in groups. They might pretend to be doing homework when their instructor or student services advisors walk by, but they're really working on some secret project via some secret Minecraft world that will eventually change the real world. In addition to video games, nothing bonds a UAT student to their code like 47 mysterious error messages and 1 semicolon that went rogue. But in case you were wondering, students only get kicked out of class when their code worked before the instructors. As the day goes on, character builds are fine-tuned, victory is earned, and trash talk is coded in HTML. Meanwhile, group projects are in full swing. A UAT student's motto is often eat, sleep, code, respawn, repeat. By late afternoon, things get philosophical, not about life, but certainly about C++ or C#. If the conversation isn't about coding, they're thinking about what to 3D print. Which reminds me, does anybody know how many UAT students it takes to change a light bulb? None. They already 3D printed and programmed a smart bulb that changes color based on mood, ambient light, and meme trends. At the end of the day, or more accurately, the beginning of the next, they say their work, commit it to the cloud, and whisper the sacred UAT bedtime prayer. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. And today, let's not forget what UAT students have accomplished. They don't just complete coursework, they create worlds. They don't just attend lectures, they launched apps, hack systems, and make things that beep, blink, and occasionally explode. They're also engineers of robots that may or may not follow commands. Now is the time to celebrate all of the broken code, the flat wheels, the weird, misshapen characters, sorry, George, failed 3D prints, and games that stopped at level 1, because now they've leveled up. Let's start with Dr. Mark Smith, who will hood our master's degree graduates.
It is now our honor to present the graduate class of 2025 for individual recognition. It is now our honor to present the graduate class of 2025 for individual recognition. Jaime Alejandro Zamora. Nicholas Carey. Terrence Sims. Thomas Eister. Mohaned Harani. Katu Richmond Asamo. Samantha Gitmed. Jawadia Daoud. Ogani Gary Cross, 21, Bubbles. Raylan Watson Davis. It is now our honor to present the undergraduate class of 2025 for individual recognition. Shannon Richardson. Ozzie James. Dylan Maxwell. Michelle Pina. Dylan Mutersbach. Adam Warren. Larry Hernandez Iriarte. Diego Garcia. Jacqueline Britton. Malani Owens. Faith Morales. Mahood Hamada. Paul Boyer. Nicolay Ralston. Zydasia Bowie. Gabriel Hurtado. Garrett Young. William Wapnerick. Christopher Permy. Alexander Caraway. Nicholas Caraway. Avery Willits. Jerome Rie Jr. Lauren Hesselgesser. Daniel Nichols. Elvin Warimu. Tamoru Salamu. Ibrahim Ian Al Nasir. Cameron Tews. Elijah Trott. Billy Espinosa. Levi Vargas Sotelo. Marissa Springer. Dante Bush. Morgan Finn. Justin Herman. Lucas Foxworthy. Zaki Habul. Luca Graves. Colby Goitia. Darian Rutledge. Matthew Sender. Andrew Barkin. Victoria Maraboto. Jeremy Erpman. Kyle Lemons. Daniel Villa. Parker Haney. Jessica Baer. Marquez Davon Allen. Alexander Rodriguez. Jocelyn Rodriguez. Caitlin Nazar. Ramon Lopez Jr. Alejandro Mejia Marquez. Martin Garcia. Jessup Rolfs. Brett Smitch. Aiden Davidson. Amber Arnold. Luke Tomajan. Damian Van Holt. Michaela Ann Khaleda Ali. Caitlin Marie Winrick Moten. Isabella Mitchell. Vanessa Kamakaro. Seth Christopher. Daniel Chavez Sani Ciros. Paul Thomas Jr. Zaria Stoker. Anthony Marquez Sterling. Ronan Ladon. Jordan Burke. Rebecca Carson. Ignacio Sebastian Santiago. Christopher Alsay.
Okay, everybody. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Graduates, please stand. Wait, we're not done yet. Hold on, they're still ours. In recognition graduates, in recognition of your achievement, move your tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to present to you the University of Advancing Technology class of 2025.